Okay, I would like to welcome everybody to the PrepNet. It is officially 6 p.m. Eastern. At this time, we'll go ahead and start taking registrations. Please speak your name clearly and let us know what state you're in to get registered. If you would like to monitor only, that's fine. While you're registering, please let us know that you are monitoring only. One last request. When I do take a registration for the net, before you try to register, let me check back with the last person, and I'll go ahead and call for the next person. At this time, please go ahead. Let's start registering people for the net.
This is Palmer from Maryland.
Copy that, Palmer. We got you down in Maryland. Glad to have you here, brother. Next person, please go ahead.
This is George in Virginia.
Copy that, George. Glad to have you here, brother. We got you down in Virginia. Next caller, please go ahead.
Sunflower in Northern Virginia.
Copy that. Glad you're here, Sunflower. Next caller, please go ahead.
Hey, this is Donna in Montana.
Good evening, Donna. Glad to have you here, dear. Next caller, please go ahead.
Jim in Indiana.
Copy that, Jim. We got you down in Indiana. Welcome to the net tonight, sir. Next caller, please go ahead. Okay, we'll do one last quick call here before we get the net started. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? Please go ahead.
Farm chicken, South Louisiana.
Copy that, Farm Chick. Glad to have you here tonight. We got you down in South Louisiana. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? Please go ahead.
Boondock down here in Florida. I'm just going to listen.
Copy that, Coon Dog. We got you down in Florida, monitoring only. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? Please go ahead. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get the net started then, and we'll check back to see if we have anybody else that would like to register throughout the night here. We do have a special guest presenter tonight, TC from South Louisiana. TC is going to be discussing tonight how to make tallow soap. With that, TC, if you're ready, sir, I'll go ahead and turn the mic over to you.
All right. Thank you, Red Bear, and hello, everybody. As Red Bear said, if you do not know me, I'm TC. I'm in South Louisiana. And today I'll be giving out a little information about homemade tallow soap. Well, before we get started on that, maybe we should know what tallow is. Tallow is the rendered fat from cows and sheep, and when it's used from hogs, it is called lard instead of tallow. The best tallow is from the fat around the gut and certain organs break. Once we have our fat, we render it down and prepare it for soap. In order for me to do that, I ratio it with water and salt and cook it in a slow cooker or crock pot. I leave it there for at least 10 hours or throughout the day. Afterwards, the fat will be a liquid. I strain that into a large bowl through a colander and cheesecloth. After it cools off a little on the counter, I place it in the fridge, and after several more hours, or even overnight, I pop out the solidified fat from the bowl. There should be water at the bottom, and this is the same water that we added to the pot. The salty water was used to take out all of the odors and impurities. Technically, the fat has become tallow at this point. Break. However, I repeat this slow cook process at least 2 or 3 more times or until the tallow becomes a bright white color. Now, I use this rendered tallow to make soap. We need 4 things here: tallow, water, lye, and essential oils if desired. As a quick address for safety, lye is sodium hydroxide. This stuff is highly caustic, and protection, which includes gloves and goggles, is needed. Lye can cause burns upon the skin when in contact, and permanent blindness. Please use all safety precautions while handling lye. The reason lye is used in soap making is to create a chemical reaction with water, which will be added to the tallow to make the actual soap. Break. I begin by heating up the tallow in the slow cooker to a certain temperature. Meanwhile, outdoors with my protective gear, I add the lye to the water. The chemical process of the two causes the water to become very hot. When the lye/water mixture has cleared and the tallow is a certain temperature, I add them together and mix using an immersion blender. When it becomes creamy and thick, this is the time you can add any essential oils if you'd like. A favorite essence I've added is tea tree oil, as it has extra skin vitamins of its own. Break. Lastly, the liquid is poured into a soap mold. These range in sizes and styles and can be found online. It can also be made at home. I've never done it myself, but they could be made out of wood and stuff. This soap mixture is still hot, and once it's in the mold, I line the top of the mold with wax paper and wrap the whole thing in a towel. The objective here is to allow the soap to slowly cool instead of a quick harden. After 24 hours, remove the soap and cut it. I cut mine into eighths, but your sizes depend on the size of the mold and your preference. After that, the cut soap must sit for 4 weeks. Once that is over, it is ready. Break. In conclusion, tallow soap making is a fun and mostly easy experience. Tallow soap beats commercial or store-bought soap because it is rich in vitamins and minerals, which absorb through your skin. It is also excellent for people with eczema, skin allergies, and acne. Obviously, what I have talked about tonight was more of an introduction rather than a how-to. I have some preferable sources of which Montana Jim might mention in a short video. I think he will. One favorite source is Bumblebee Apothecary on YouTube. When I watched their video for the first time, it just made my learning experience about soap so much easier. Break. So overall, I love my homemade soap, and I suggest you consider it if you have all the necessities. With that, I would like to say thank you to Red Bear and Montana Jim for giving me an opportunity to introduce tallow soap to all of you. I enjoy sharing this kind of information. And that's it. Back to you, Net Control.
Copy that, TC. I want to say a very special thank you, guys. For everybody that's new to the net tonight, I just want to let you know that TC is only 12 years old, and he's put this together for us, and he's worked really closely with Montana Jim to get this right. So, TC, we're very, very grateful that you did this. I'm going to give a short break. Also, if you would like to present anything during the Preppers Net, if you would like to become a guest host here on the Preppers Net, we do have an email where you can send your information in and request a special guest position on the net. And the email is prepnetch14@gmail.com. Again, that is prepnetch14@gmail.com. In the comments section when you're emailing, please state that you have an idea for a prep net. I'm going to give a short break here. Once again, I want to give TC a very special thank you for presenting this information and being a guest host tonight on the Prep Net. With that, we're going to go ahead and start taking callers right now, and we'll check. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? Please go ahead.
Sorry, I jumped in right when you were finishing up already registering people and got started. But yeah, I've been here. That was awesome, TC.
Yeah, thank you, TC.
All right, Katie, we got you registered also there in Tennessee. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? Please go ahead. Well, we'll go ahead and take a break. Katie, I'm glad you were able to get in here and hear everything. We're going to start working down our list now. We're going to start with you there, Palmer in Maryland, sir. Do you have any questions for TC or any comments or anything about how to make tallow soap?
Honestly, Red Bear, no, sir.
Copy that. Yeah, that lie though, I think that's going to be something that if we're going to try to do this, we need to definitely be very careful with. Definitely keep it a close eye on that lie and make sure that we've got our skin covered. And as TC said, definitely wear the goggles as well. Try to protect ourselves with that stuff. We don't want to get any chemical burns. I'm going to give a short break here.
But I do know one thing, Red Bear, safety first.
Yes, sir, Palmer. I definitely agree. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on down to George. George, do you have any questions, comments, or anything for TC tonight on making tallow soap?
Yeah, I guess I do real quick. Great presentation. I don't know if there's a place, maybe an off topic or somewhere where we could get those instructions in writing, where we could review that again, because we'd need that almost like a recipe to review that, review what he went over with us. Is there a place that could be posted?
Well, if you're talking about GroupMe, I don't have GroupMe, but I can surely give the recipe to either Red Bear or Montana Jim, and they could put that on there probably if they'd like to.
Hang on one quick second also. Jim, do you want to answer this question, please? Are we going to be putting something up on the expanded presentation as far as a recipe for this?
Not exactly the recipe, sort of. Yes, we will, to make the short answer long. Yeah, I'm going to put up a real quick video that will include links to the things that TC mentioned, plus some other links. So you will be able to go see the thing that got TC inspired to do this himself, which should have the full recipe, temperatures, and everything. And so that will be there, plus some links for some molds and some other things. And let me break quick. And since we were on the subject of soap, in the video description, I've also included some links to, or will include some links to making your laundry, liquid laundry soap. I've been doing it for many, many, many years, and it works very well. It's super cost effective, and you'll never buy the chemical laden stuff at the store again. But anyway, to answer the basic question, yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, videos would be even better. So yeah.
Yep. And also, George, just to further answer your question, where that's going to be at, we do have a YouTube page. And if you go into YouTube and do a search, what you're looking for is the @ sign, like in an email. So @prepnet-talk2me. Again, that is the @ sign, like as in email, @prepnet-talk2me. And just scroll down and you'll be able to find that. You'll be able to find this net recording as well as the expanded presentation where Jim will be presenting all the information that he just discussed. I'm going to give a quick short break here. We'll go ahead and move on down to Sunflower. Sunflower, do you have any questions or comments tonight about making tallow soap?
Yes, I have a question for TC.
the tallow, is that actually rendered from like beef that you would buy in the grocery store, or do you buy it separately, like at a butcher? Where do you obtain the tallow? Well, if I'm not getting it from my own animals at home, I get it from a local butcher shop. A lot of people, when they send animals through the butcher shop, they don't request for the fat, and this specific fat for soap comes around like the guts and the kidneys, all those areas, and they usually keep that until it starts getting old. So if you ask your local butcher shop, they'll most likely have some, and they can get it to you in bulk depending on how busy they are. That's what I do. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, TC. That's good information to have. We're going to do a quick check before moving on to Donna, though. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net? Please go ahead. Okay, we're going to move on down to you, Donna, in Montana. What's your thoughts on making tallow soap, Donna? I'm actually kind of excited about this one tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I have a question for TC regarding adding the lye to water. I remember seeing something a long time ago that is important instead of adding the water to lye. Is that correct, TC?
Well, I actually don't know a difference. I wouldn't add the water to the lye, mainly, I guess, because it could splash. You don't want that to get on you for safety reasons. But I've always put the lye into the water rather than the water into the lye. But I just know that I really don't want it getting on me, so I'd probably want to put the solids in there. Other than that, I'm not sure.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, I would almost think it's got to have something to do with the splashing and whatnot and the chemical reaction. Because as soon as you put the water and the lye together, you don't do it right, that chemical reaction is going to start regardless right away. So, all right, we're going to move on down to Jim in Indiana. Jim, what's your thoughts? Do you have any questions tonight on making tallow soap, or do you have any comments on it?
Good evening. No comments. It's good to know and always handy to have other ways of doing things. So that was very informative.
Copy that. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how Jim makes the laundry soap as well. My mother actually makes laundry soap at home, and she makes her own lotion as well while she's making her laundry soap. So I'm kind of interested to see all this stuff. So we'll go ahead and continue on. We'll move on down to Farm Chick in South Louisiana. Farm Chick, do you have any questions or comments tonight?
I think TC did an excellent job. He went through it very smooth and educational. I'm very thankful that he was here to share that with us. He mentioned that he raises his own flock of sheep. I think he's got some exciting news to share with everybody today.
You think so? TC, is that true? Do you have some exciting news to share with us?
I think that was just a statement. I don't, other than the soap.
Oh, don't you lie. You better tell about one of those little goats of yours.
Oh, yeah, well, I did get a baby lamb today, so that's good. I just remember that. Thank you, KT.
Copy that. See, that is some good news. That is awesome. Congratulations, TC. And Farm Chick, thank you very much for being here. I've been able to sit back with Montana Jim and watch through the emails this whole net actually being set up, the presentation of it and whatnot. And I got to tell you, I'm just amazed how much work TC put into this and how focused he stayed. I think he's done a really good job working with Montana Jim and putting this together. So I'm very thankful he's here and he's doing this. So that is just awesome. Thanks again for being here, though, Farm Chick. With that, I'm going to give a quick break here. All right. Mama Katie, we're going to move on down to you in Tennessee. Been waiting for this one. Comments, questions, or anything for TC? Please go ahead. The mic is yours.
Well, Sunflower actually got the question that I had was about, well, where do we get the tallow? I mean, I ain't got no cows stuff to get the fat off, but you answered that very well. You also answered very well about the lye in the water. I just never ceases to amaze me the maturity level and the understanding of things that you have. It's beyond your years. So I just applaud you, and this is an amazing job you did.
Appreciate that. And yep, actually, after those couple of questions about where to get it, I realized I should have added it to it. I didn't think about that, but I'll reflect on that if I ever do this again anywhere else.
Copy that, TC. No matter how much we try to be ready to go, we're never truly fully ready to go when it comes to a net. So that's okay. You were able to pull that one out on the fly, so you did a really, really good job, I think. And thank you very much, Mama Katie. That was awesome of you. We really appreciate that. We're going to check one more time. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net? Please go ahead. Okay, I guess not. So what we'll do is Jim, if you're okay with it, we'll go ahead and come over to you for any thoughts, comments, or questions. So please go ahead, Jim.
Okay, thank you, Red Bear. Thank you, TC. You make it sound so easy. I'm sitting there listening to it and like, gee, I think I should go make some soap before I cook my dinner tonight. But really, really good job. I appreciate it. And for those new to the net, and again, I'm going to beat the dead horse here. We have all of the nets that we have presented so far. We're getting close to 40. And on everything prepping. I would encourage you to go to our YouTube channel. You will be able to see or watch an expanded presentation. Many of the expanded presentations have additional information. You will also be able to hear the actual net, including the roundtable. We have those up there. And to get caught up on all sorts of things. And then if you have any questions on what we've discussed or you have ideas on things we should discuss, you can do the email, and the email address will be there. So let me break real quick. So the poor horse that we beat every week multiple times is where our YouTube channel is at. And you can go to youtube.com/@PrepNet-Talk2Me. And that'll take you to our channel, and you can turn around and go review all that stuff. There is a hard copy available of the presentation, so you do not need to take notes. So you can click on that in the video description, and it'll pop up as a PDF, and you can download it to your computer and print it out and do what you mean, make wallpaper out of it. So we've tried to make this so as much information as possible can be put out there, and it is always mostly a very generalized thing. We want everybody to get thinking about preparing and coming up with their own plans as opposed to coming up with literal step-by-step how-tos. Other than that, I'll go ahead and turn it back to Red Bear.
Copy that, Jim. Thank you very much. Really appreciate all the hard work you put into this net, Jim. We really do. So normally Jim presents all the information and brings the topic for discussion. But tonight we had TC for our guest presenters. So thanks a lot, Jim, for helping TC get through this and setting this all up. TC did a really good job. Did it really smooth, so didn't miss a beat. I'm going to give a quick break here. Do we have any other questions, comments, or any other discussion tonight about making tallow soap?
Red Bear, I do have a quick comment when it's all over. I don't know if it's now or after this.
Copy that, buddy. I'll make a note of that, TC, and I'll call you back up. Do we have any other thoughts tonight from anybody? Questions, comments, or anything? Please go ahead. All right, TC, if you want to, go ahead. The mic is yours, sir.
Yeah, one thing I did forget to add on my paper, as I just started this like right before the net started, the difference between commercial lye and homemade lye. Homemade lye is like it's made with wood ashes, hardwood ashes, and it's a long process. Too long to explain all here, but they're the same. Commercial store-bought lye is sodium hydroxide, as I said, and homemade lye is potassium hydroxide, I believe. And if you ever come across either of the two, they both work. They're the same in soap making, and the potassium hydroxide, which is the homemade homemade lye, makes a bit of a softer soap. But I just want to add that in there in case any of you come across that. That's it. Thank you.
Now, TC, do you think we'd be able to find something on YouTube on how to make homemade lye, or do you think that would be rough to find?
No, I actually looked at that a couple weeks ago. I looked into that, see how to find it, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube if you look up how to make homemade lye. And it usually comes in a liquid form compared to, as my measurements with store-bought lye, it's solid. It's like sugar. It looks like sugar. And lye in general is very strange. It's like if you mix it with sugar, you get some kind of poisonous gas and whatnot with a whole bunch of stuff. But yes, you can find many recipes online. I looked into that a couple weeks ago, and it's great. They got many good tutorials. But I don't know how to compare the measurements between the two, between liquid and solid.
Okay, great. That's good to know. So TC is interested in radio as well as chemistry. So thank you very much, TC. We'll do one last check here. Do we have any last thoughts, comments, or questions about making tallow soap tonight? Okay, we'll check. Do we have any other announcements tonight that does not have to do with making tallow soap? Okay, well, I do have one quick announcement myself. Next Saturday, March 21st, I will be hosting a new net at 7:30 Eastern over on a repeater that I am fairly new to be able to get the information on how to log into that. If you are a ham operator, what you'll need to do is please go to n7mky.com. Again, that is n7mky.com, or also go to n7lgn.com and check out the links there on how you can come on into the net there. Again, that'll be next Saturday for ham operators at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And please go check out one of those websites for ways to get into that net. Thank you very much. I'm going to give a short break. I just want to check real quick with Jim. Jim, do you have anything else tonight that you would like to announce or question?
Yeah, if you don't mind, a couple. One, when you go online, this is a safety because somebody did mention before, safety is first. When you're looking at anything that deals with what you're going to ingest, such as food preservation, or in this case, when you're going to be putting stuff together that has potential dangers. Don't just watch one YouTube video. Watch many of them and make sure there is a consensus to what is being said. Because I have watched videos on how to do something, and the information that one particular person gives is bad and could have some bad effects. So just take that. Don't just take one. Watch a bunch of them. If all of them say the same thing, you're probably okay. Let me break. And just a quickie, we finished up the All About Electricity thing, which was 21 sessions, and we're going to be starting the communications thing. And it's not going to be anywhere near as long because I've actually finished them. So it'll help you get going in preparing your emergency communications plan. So with that, I'll send it back to Net Control.
Thank you very much, Jim. And we're excited to get into the communications. We'll be doing that next week. So come on back next week for the net and check that one out. Definitely. TC, do you have any last thoughts or comments about the net tonight?
Well, I had a very fun time talking about this topic. And thank you, Montana Jim, for mentioning that about safety. Because I don't want any people, like, losing their eyesight after this. So, yeah, thank you for that. And other than that, no, not really. It didn't take me too long to come up with this, but it was fun. Thank you.
Thank you very much, TC. And again, I'll stress it as well. I know I've already done it once. TC's done it a couple times, and so has Jim. When it comes to playing with that lie, guys, it's very, very, very dangerous stuff. If you're not handling it properly, you will severely injure yourself. So please, please, as Jim stated, if you're going to watch YouTube videos on this, watch several of them. Try to get a consensus together on it before trying to use any lies so nobody gets hurt. This is very important. With that, we're going to go ahead and end the net. I'm going to give a short break here. TC, everybody, and myself, we'd like to give you a special thank you for being a guest host tonight on the net and presenting the information there on how to make tallow soap. Jim, I would like to thank you for all the work you do again, keeping the net here going, bringing the information normally, and working with TC on this. That was very important. TC, sir, for your young age, we all honestly believe you did an amazing job. We'd love to have you back again. So if you have any other topics, definitely let us know, and we'll get you back up here on the mic. I'm going to give one more short break. I just want to check with everybody that registered for the net tonight. Do we have any last thoughts, comments, or questions? Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'd just like to say a big thank you to TC. And TC, you're pretty amazing. You're very poised for your young age and well spoken. You did a great job.
Thank you, Sunflower. One last thing to add about the safety. I suggest you study about it before you even store lye next to something, because I read like a lye with certain liquids causes miniature explosions, and lye mixed with sugar makes poisonous gas. So please just research it before you put it even next to something. It's kind of unique.
And also, if you have any other questions on how to handle the lie, if you're not able to get the information, definitely bring it back here or submit a question at our email address there, prepnetch14@gmail.com. Again, that is prepnetch14@gmail.com. And the subject line, please put question. If you're going to be asking any questions about the lye and how to make the soap when you do send an email. I'm going to give a short break here. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody who did register for the net, even if you were monitoring. Definitely appreciate the fact that you did register. Next week, if you are monitoring and you didn't register, maybe it'll be your week to go ahead and step up and register. If you'd like to continue monitoring, all you have to do is let us know while you are registering that you would like to monitor only. We give one more break here. So I'll do one last check before we close this net. Do we have any other last thoughts, comments, questions, or concerns? Please go ahead. All right. TC, thank you very much again, sir, for stepping up and doing this. You brought us all some really good information. At this time, though, I would like to turn Channel 14, the PRS Preppers channel, back over to regular operations. Thank you, everybody, for joining the net. This is myself, Red Bear. TC and Montana Jim would like to say thank you to everybody as well that registered. At this time, though, we are shutting the net down and turning the channel back over to normal operations. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend and a good start to the week. Please come on back next Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. With that, the net is closed.